that when they are going to win from the total of 101 seats, they are going to be winning around 42 seats. That is what they are going to be doing at that point of time. Okay, so this is one of the major aspect that we are going to understand here. Now this is clear. All right, now what we'll be doing is we'll just look at it from the start, and then slowly and steadily we'll move ahead. So when we talk on them, so the Swarajas, they were which people? They were the people, means the immediate withdrawal of the non-cooperation movement led to the demoralization of nationalist ranks. Moreover, serious differences they emerged among the nationalistic leaders who had to decide how to prevent the movement from lapsing into passivity. And the reason for this was that if the movement lapsed into passivity, the confidence, the motivation of the sections who had participated in the movement, it will totally be just left out. So that is one of the major reasons that we attribute to at this point of time. So what is going to happen here is that this particular section, what is it going to do? It is going to means at this point of time there are two schools that emerged. One we know is known as the Swarajists, another is the No-Changers. Now when we talk about the Swarajists, who were the Swarajists? So I have already explained the Swarajists, they were the people who are going to advocate on the council entry after the withdrawal of non-cooperation movement, and their aim was to end or mend. The UPSC, it has obviously asked in its previous year question that end or mend, what does it mean? Who gave that particular aim? So the end or mend aim, it was given by the Swarajists, wherein they told that the councils, they were used to create laws that were oppressive for the Indians. So when we go in the councils, either we will totally end the councils, or we will reconvert the councils in the manner that will work according to the Indians. So either they will end the councils or they will mend the councils in order to working according to the Indians. So that was the idea here. And the main leaders, they are going to be C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru. All right, so that is going to be there. Now the reasons that they are going to give for the initiation of the particular, this particular council entry, I have already explained the reason, so let's go with it. They wanted to continue the movement through opening of a new front. The UPSC will ask you statements like this, that from the following statements, which of the statements are associated with the Swarajist, or what were the reasons that the Swarajists are going to give for their council entry. So this can also be there. Initially the UPSC generally asked factual statements, but now they can give you certain conceptual level statements that you will have to understand at this point of time. So that was the first thing. Moreover, they believed council work will serve to enthuse the masses and their morale, because they did not want the morale of the masses to totally reduce. So they wanted to give them a new energy so that the movement can continue and should not go into passivity. They also wanted to inhibit the government from stuffing the councils with undesirable elements. Why? Because if these people did not enter the councils, obviously the Britishers will conduct elections, and in those elections, maybe the British loyalist section, they might be stuffed in the councils, and once again, laws that were detrimental towards the Indian interest, those laws would be passed, and more oppression could happen at that point of time as well. And then there was the intention, the main intention of the Swarajes, it was to use the councils as an arena for political struggle, a political struggle which up till now was not that much there, but now they wanted to use this method of struggle also to defeat the Britishers. So that is going to be the scenario here also. Now when the Swaraj Party is going to be created, all right, I have already explained this up to you. Just read this up, friends. I will explain it up. Okay, just read it up. Just read this particular segment, then we shall continue it. Read it up, friends. Read it up in a detailed manner. So here, when we talk on this particular scenario, what can we understand here? Okay, what can we understand here in this particular aspect? Let me just explain this thing to you. Okay, so here what do we need to know is that we have already discussed on the Swaraj Party. Now, after the discussions on the Swaraj Party, what have I told you? That the elections, they were to be announced for the time period of 1923. Now, when we talk, there was certain achievement of the Swarajists. What was the achievement? The first aspect is that the Swarajists, they are going to win 42 out of 100 seats, and when they are going to go in the particular legislatures, all right, and just keep this thing on, keep this one thing in mind. Now see, INC, it was the pan India level party, and that is why the INC, when means INC, it was the pan India level party. But the Britishers, they had announced the elections, and they had announced the elections. So in these elections, any Indians could participate. Any Indians could participate. Now those Indians, they were not to be only belonging to INC, means anyone can participate. The reason that we say that INC was divided into Swarajist and No-Changers is because the INC, it was the pan India level party. But whenever we talk about Swarajists, they were those Indians who wanted to participate in the legislatures, and it is not that only the INC people were known as Swarajists who participated in the legislatures. No, it was the Indians who wanted to participate in the legislatures, and they were known as the particular Swarajists at that point of time. Okay, so this is going to be the scenario here. So just keep that particular thing in mind. You know what I want to tell you in this particular aspect. All right. Now, when I talk on this another aspect, so these particular people, they are going to be going in the councils. Now they, what they are going to be doing is that they are going to outvote the government several times. For example, the government introduced the public safety bill. Okay, public safety bill in the year of 1928, the government introduced that. And in that public safety bill, which was detrimental towards the Indian interest, what these particular people did is that, what the Swarajists did is that, the Swarajists, they are going to defeat the Britishers in this public safety bill. That is going to happen. Now after this, what happens is that, after this particular aspect of the public safety bill, the Britishers, they are going to, okay, the Britishers, the Britishers, they are going to also be defeated in the other aspects. The first one is going to be, sorry, apart from the first one, the second one is that they also filled the political vacuum when the national movement was recouping. Why? Because just imagine, if only no changes were to be done, the political level work, it would have been totally stalled. So there would have been a vacuum created in the political level front, and only socio-economic work would have been done at that point of time. So these people, they are going to fill the political vacuum, that gave another strength to the particular movement. Later on, they also exposed the hollowness of the Montfort reforms, which was the Government of India Act 1919. They are going to openly tell it. Okay, within the councils, they are going to openly tell it that what were the issues that are being faced because of the Montfort reforms. That is one aspect. Then later on, what do we understand is that they demonstrated the councils could be used effectively. How come they demonstrated the councils could be used effectively? By defeating the Britishers in important bills, the bills that the Britishers wanted to get passed, because those bills, they might be, you know, much more controlling in nature to the Indians. That is one thing. Then, moreover, the Indians also defeated, the Swarajists also defeated the Britishers by defeating British representatives on the important seats. A lot of committees had the Swarajist participation, and the Swarajists won those seats. Moreover, the Central Legislative Assembly, the Central Legislative Assembly's chairman in the year of 1925. For the first time, the Indian person was appointed, that is Vithalbhaipatel. That means the elder brother of the particular Sardar Patel. He was appointed at that point of time. Okay, so here in important positions also, the Indians are going to be defeating the Britishers here. So this was the achievement of the Swarajas. However, along